all the work they need. McCready. The 0-1 lifted into the air into right. Shallow and playable for the oncoming Hayward, and that's
Hyundai dealer, and we've been now. We don't see a whole lot of the Angels. Yeah, and you could argue he probably could have a couple more MVP awards on his mantle as well. He's been that good.
Good high fastball gets him swing.
Mid-thigh-ish or just above the knees. He's really good down there.
The 2-2 jammed him. Pop up, shallow left, gonna fall in for a base hit. And it brings up Anthony Rendon. This is a good ball player.
This is a really good ball player.
The next pitch pulled on the ground of the hole. Nice play by Bryant. Gets up and throws him out. In there today.
Yeah, it's
Dylan Bundy, the right-hander, delivering to Happ. Drives one in the air, opposite field, deep toward the track, and playable for
Sprower. You don't see a whole lot of that from him these days, but he really...
The Angels.
Six-man rotation, at least for a time.
Pulled onto the ground into the shift on the right side, and that as Chris Bryant comes up. JD.
Upton, Trout, and Fowler, veterans left center. Lacey assigned to take over at short. Fletcher and Walsh on the...
7 wins, 5 losses in the Cactus League. There's a high fly ball into right center. Should be routine for Trout. It is. Justin Upton leading off the...
Yeah, last couple of years the numbers have taken a pretty... Trevor.
Little chopper to a slow, to a charging Bryant. And the Upton, he beats it out for the infield single. Shortstop Andrelton Simmons leave as it holds. 41 years old in the final year of that 4 a year ago. Here's a slow roller. Could be 2. Baez to Bodie 1. He turns it. That's a double history. 305 after Pujols on the all-time list. Baez battling the sun. He'll slap the leather on it to end the inning. Despite a leadoff.
Many other things, I'm just riding the wave. Oh, major league average. But he's learned how to pitch. He knows how to mix it up.
Rizzo out on strikes, and that's out in a
player. We talking with Jason Hayward the other day, and he kind of implied the outing, maybe 75 pitches.
Pops one up, foul, playable, right side. Walsh coming over near the Cubs and fielders in Cactus League games. You don't like to see.
Man, headlong into a wall. I don't think that's a good idea.
Hayward lines one toward right, deep, and back and make.
It was Adrian Beltre up there, but yeah, it's so much.
In a night game at PNC Park in Pennsylvania. Bouncer toward the middle. Baez with a play. Gets up, spins, and throws to first. And it's not in time. Bounced the throw, but a dazzling effort. Nothing. Pitched 8 shutout innings to keep the game, to end the ball game. Here's a chopper back to the mound. Williams goes to second. Turn by Bodie, and that will be
enough to get the job done. Good work by Bodie. Sling it over.
One guy gets the loss. The other end, Pittsburgh and Milwaukee in for 3 each. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Middle of the 3rd. So far against Dylan Bundy after 2 innings. Bodie hit high, playable, shallow left. And the shortstop Iglesias.
At the shin semi-line drive, then this
lively ball than we've seen last year and the year before.
Study around Major League Baseball. Trying to get uniformity around the game so that the ball travels the same way in every ballpark. The numbers of spring training with the new ball. So let it be written, so let it be done.
Curve in the dirt, running and taking second is Martini. Taken by Higgins.
Right, pretty well hit. Back is Fowler near the edge of the track. Loves it. After the grab is Martini, and now there are 2 to Davis.
You don't see. Happ hits a sharp ground ball to the shortstop Iglesias. Off balance throw to first.
The comp when Trout first.
Williams center. Battling a tough sun is Happ. Does he see it? Yes, he does. Nicely done. Put that
by 2 of the all-time greats.
Still like to watch the old black and white footage of some of the ball players from a century.
Like Satchel Paige.
Yes.
Right? Can't hit. And I understand that argument.
Why do you say that, Jim? Here's a ground ball to the right side, fielded by Baez as the Cubs.
I find that interesting. When Travis Wood DH in both leagues.
Pitching and had real good command today, JD. This is about the time when your performances every time out be payoff pitch to keep in the corner, chasing it. Jock Peterson back toward the wall, and that ball will bounce. A ground rule double.
No help from the boys in the bullpen.
He thought it might have been a home run when he first hit it.
Yeah.
There's a sharp smash on the ground, but scooped up cleanly by David Bodie. And the inning comes to a game. On Wednesday night, the San Diego Padres take your pregame down the line, and when you get to the ballpark, there's a ground ball through the strip here in left field. That's a base facility of right hand on the other side. No runs on a hit, a man left.
High fly ball into right center should be routine. Peterson gets hung up. He took off. It is, and they got him in a rundown between first and second.
What the thinking was there. First move to steal second base. That's when that happens. That 3-0 would not be the count to do that.
Bryant hits this one in the air to left center. Playable for Trout, coming in and makes a running catch. Nobody on. This is when you 2-2. Rizzo chokes up ever so slightly on the pitch. Change up, got him. Cubs don't score. We'll be back in a flash.
I was hurt at the time at a finger issue, if memory serves me. Dependable reliever.
Who holds a base hit? And Jason Hayward will. Fowler hits a fly ball, batting right-handed to the opposite field and right, backpedaling to sign those real long contracts. And
hard to identify that player, the franchise player, and lock him up so they have some cost certainty.
Backdoor curveball gets him looking out.
With the star power of a guy like Tatis, maybe.
Fly ball, right field, pretty well hit. Back is Hayward near the wall, makes the catch. Padres at Sloan Park. Javier Baez first up for the Cubs.
That's going to be a base hit to center for Baez. Glad to see the hustle of Baez racing around first. Just in
advantage for the hitters here this afternoon to get two plated.
There's a smash up the middle. It's going to be a double play, however. Up Hayward quickly, 2 down, nobody on for David Bodie, ready to go to work.
Yeah, had his.
Speaking of pondering, as Bodie swings and misses, and the inning comes to an end.
Canter 3 times for the Cubs last year.
Like JD, it comes out every year, sometimes. Curveball ripped to third on the ground, and that's going to be out number 1. Pitcher for the Angels in Game 7.
Game 7, huh?
They did, Jim, but this one is down low, and it's ball 4. Now Trout is always a threat to run. Game.
Cub fans, share your open.
Great old ballpark like Wrigley Field.
It's measuring a pretty aggressive lead, though.
Pretty well hit deep back toward the warning track and making the catch at number 2.
Great speed. Trout is in pitcher.
Not much. I think that's probably more late game stuff with the 3-batter minimum rule for relief pitchers.
Rendon strikes out swinging on a good. Cubs will have the 8, 9, and 1 spot. We both were in Milwaukee to Angels. June 18, 1986. Martinez pops it up shallow left. And he glazes first time. No score. Bottom of the 6th inning. To equal what Sutton did, he would not be able to miss a start until after the All-Star break in the year 2000. And here is Ian Happ. Middle of August, if you've been part of the rotation all year.
And have the guts to go out there.
Here's the 2-1 to Happ. Stroked on the ground to second. Fletcher to Iglesias 1, over to first. 3-0 to the 7th we go.
Last year an ERA of 5.95, covering 19.
As I was interviewing him in spring training one day.
Spring training, it's kind of this slow ramp up to the regular season. Good high heater from Workman.
Still has power.
Highly unlikely that he'll be able to climb above it. That's a good hook. That's Workman's best over the top, a good yacker.
Lobaton now catching. Jose. Fowler hits a drive into right. Coming in, Hayward. Jason will make a diving kick.
It's a nice break. I wonder what his burst speed was there, Pat.
Jack Kruger batting for the Angels.
Through the vacated right side, Marsh will go to throw, comes in. Marsh will hold at third, and the Angels have men at.
Pinch hitting now is Frank
Dirt.
There was the pitch you just alluded to, Jim. The bender. And now Workman's 1-2. Curveball got him swinging, strike three. Peterson, the home run hitter, home run leader.
Down the right field line. This is going to trickle all the way to the corner. Here comes the relay. Peterson will be at second base and hold.
First out at third base, but yeah, once the ball got loose, he probably could have. Trent.
Thought it was a little up and away.
Yeah, try to make some solid contact.
Swinging, strike three. Jim Brony is gone.
The veteran Iglesias got his man by hitting his spot.
It's the starter Dylan Bundy. It's a ground ball left side, base hit left field. Miller around. Here comes the throw to the plate. Miller will slide. And the Cubs have taken the lead.
Merely a go-ahead RBI single. This is Speedy Miller in with the first run.
I many times think, why don't more hitters try it?
Without necessarily changing, where they hold their hands on the bat.
Even though you're not taking your normal big sluggers. Now the 2-2. Hayward pulling a ground ball to the right side. This is going to be out number 3.
Formed last season. Big strikeout numbers.
Barriers. Rengifo strikes out swinging on. Former 8 o'clock Central Time. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, sir. That's strike.
First baseman, Phil Gosselin.
Gosselin made the error that Angels down to their last strike. Strike 3 call for the Chicago Cubs. Now before. And again, everything is kind of
2.10 ERA. Chase Strumpf, the hitter here for the Cubs.
Swinging strike 3. Pretty good.
See more and more of this. The elevated school.
Swinging a bouncer toward first. Should be routine, and it Cubs lead 1-0.
And it's more of the draw than the Expos back then, although we got hooked.
Lifted to center, should be playable. And the Cubs go very quick. Angels nothing. Driving in the game's only run. And now
velocity for Norwood right around 97 miles per hour.
Anthony Rizzo picking up his 5th run batted in of the Cactus League. And here is ball 4. Taylor Ward steps in. The 2-0. Lifted to right. Pretty well hit, but it is playable, and that's going to be out number 1.
A good look there. The 2-seam.
The stretch for the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thank our crew, Mike Leary, our producer, and right here on Marquee Sports Network. Be in the alley all the way to the wall. This could tie the game. Rojas, and it's all tied. Triple has tied the game at 1. Right near downtown Mesa, Arizona. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that, when told the ball game is over, it ends in a 1-1.